You know Ninja, like the blenders?
Yes.
They're making a Ninja grill. So you can, like a thermometer that goes into the meat. And you can track it on your phone. So you can go inside and see how long your meat's cooking for.
I don't trust that.
That's so wild to me. I
don't trust
I just
that.
hate that everything's being so controlled by
technology.
That's scary.
What I'm saying. It's scary.
It's scary.
It's gonna malfunction.
Like, why
at
everything?
Some point.
Like, you don't need it
I
for
don't
everything.
know.
Like, I feel like it's just not necessary.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so ridiculous. Yeah.
They're like turning everything into like
so
more advanced.
So humans can be more lazy.
It is making everyone lazy. America was always the laziest and like the fattest like country in the world, and now it's like.
Yeah, wasn't there that one movie and it's like, I think it was WALL-E.
Oh.
WALL-E, bro.
WALL-E.
I need to rewatch that.
I haven't seen that since I was a child.
Yeah, same, but it was such a good movie.
Like, I need to rewatch it because it's been a very long time. Welcome back to Unstable, episode 13. Lucky number 13.
Bad luck.
Why?
It's a devil's number, no?
Is it a devil's number?
In some cultures, yeah.
What cultures?
And in others, it's actually good luck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's like both, so it's like.
I think Chinese culture.
It's good luck?
In China, it's good luck. That's
what I'm saying. Remember when, like, you know how there's always.
But we live in America.
I know, but you know how, like, there's never a 13th floor in a hotel? Remember when we were at that hotel with your grandpa? And
but
there
is.
And it was just the 13th floor? And it would, like, went up to the 13th, and we were staying on the 13th. Like, his room was on the 13th.
Wait, what?
It only went up to 13 floors, and they were staying on the 13th, and I was like, that's so weird, because you usually never see
a 13th. Usually hotels, like,
they skip that.
A lot
and
of
then,
times.
like, yeah.
I guess I never really noticed that they skipped
I always
that.
look at it, because I always, like, notice. I just think it's, like, interesting.
Yeah, that is
kind of. And I like to see when, like, a hotel does put it, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like you got sus stuff going on over there.
No, literally.
Like, what are you doing? You have murders in your hotel?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the ones that skip the floor, there is a floor. Like, what's on that floor, though?
Oh, no, I don't think there is a floor. I think they label it. They don't number it a 13th
But it's
floor.
still physically the 13th.
Yeah,
so,
but
like,
it's just like, what is it about that? I want to know. Now I have to know.
No, yeah, I'm searching 13 number because I just want to know why it's bad luck to Americans. I mean, okay, first thing that pops up is, like, the spiritual number 13, but that's, like, there's a spiritual number, like, for everything. Like, even 666 is considered an angel number. So the number 13 for spirituality is, I guess, associated with the divine and is said to bring good luck and prosperity to those who embrace it. In the Bible, it doesn't specifically mention negative things regarding number 13, but many scholars believe that the number represents rebellion, sin, and lawlessness. That doesn't really say anything. Oh, so the number 13 is considered unlucky in some countries. Some examples include dinner parties having 13 guests is considered unlucky. Many buildings don't have a 13th floor. Marriage and buying a house don't, like on the 13th. Like, have any day marked related to the 13th.
Interesting.
Obviously, I don't believe in that crap, but, like...
No, yeah,
like,
but,
I don't actually believe in, like, I don't know. For me, like, I think it's all, like, psychological. You could say anything is bad luck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like astrology.
It is true.
I feel like deep down, like, I don't really believe it, but, like, I do. Like, it's fun to me.
Okay, see, 13 is a significant number in Islam. So that's
in
why...
In a good way?
In a good way. So that's why I do always think of it in a good way, because it's, in my growing up, like, it's never been in a bad way. It brings good fortune, and it's protection.
Is 13 unlucky in Chinese? It says number 13, 1 plus 3 adds up to 4. Since number 4 sounds like the word of death in Cantonese, therefore 13 is a bad number.
No, yeah, because in Islam, it's like...
In Japan, it's unlucky, too. But it's only due to the pronunciation.
So that's funny that you thought it was the opposite.
Yeah.
You thought it was...
I think it's... No, there's another number that is good luck for us, though.
7?
I think it might be 7.
7.
I don't know. But it's kind of crazy, like, how, like, it's just, like, a little silly little thing. I mean, it could be deeper for some people, but, like... It's really just a number that means bad luck, right?
Yeah.
But, like, how it's taken so far that, like, people create buildings legit, like, don't skip it. Like, it's that serious.
Because, like, if you're building a building that's supposed to hold up people, and, like, some people who are superstitious, and it's like, why would you want to take that risk?
Yeah.
that the whole thing just collapses.
That's true.
See, like, if I was building something that, like
Like,
fundamentally, like, it needs to be, like, strong in the foundation, like, I would not even want to risk it by putting, like, that bad juju out there onto it.
Yeah. No, yeah. True.
Like,
it's just, you could skip the number. It's not going to hurt anybody.
Exactly.
I wonder if, like, things have happened in history.
I think so.
That, like, made them, like that, the reason why that this is the way it is.
Definitely so.
And also, I don't know why we didn't think of this. Friday the 13th. Hello.
Also that. And that also is probably the biggest thing. But I think, and it's also awkward if there was 13 people at a dinner party. I get that one. Because,
Awkward.
like seating-wise, like 12 is an even number. So it's easier to seat people. There's, like, that one odd, do you get what I mean?
Unless the one host is at the head of the table.
Yeah, they could do like that, but
you know what's kind of crazy? And maybe I'm just a little evil. But
Yes, you are.
like, when it's Friday the 13th, I get excited. I'm like, oh, so we're partying, you know? Tattoos, you get, like, free Friday the 13th, $13 tattoos, usually, you know.
I feel like
spooky
nowadays I don't
outside.
hear about those. I feel like it's still like $30 for a flash on the Friday the 13th,
Well,
bro.
you have to find a place. And no, the thing is, there is places, but so many people do it now. Like, I
Yeah.
remember my first year of college, like, the tattoo shops around there, like, they actually were 13, and it wasn't,
That was
like,
'cause it
crowded.
was small town.
Small town.
Small
But, like,
towns.
here they do, but, like, there's, like I said, there's so many people that, like,
Yeah.
they have to cut it. They're, like,
Yeah,
there's
that's
too
true.
many people.
You know what I've seen at like functions and events, like tattooings going on, like when they have like, and I get it, but I don't, because it's like I feel like they won't get as many people because like it takes so long, and sometimes they only have like one person.
That's what I'm saying,
It
yeah.
takes so long, and like I've been to like some events where it's been like some people have gotten to pick, and it wasn't like a flash thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of the things were more intricate, so it's like it took longer. And I'm just like, you're gonna get like 5 people in
Yeah,
this whole night. Like I
when
feel
we
kind
went-
of like
had that
bad. Like
one
it's-
art event.
Yeah, like how many people
She
ended up?
It wasn't a lot of people. Like, she
2?
didn't tattoo that many people. And yeah.
I feel like it would just be more like upsetting for the people who want it, and they're like standing
Yeah.
there and they're like, well, I want it, and then there's like the lucky 2 people
yeah.
get it. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of like damn.
They
At
did
least-
more than 2, but like, it wasn't
No,
like,
yeah, but it's like at least I feel like you need to have multiple artists there.
and it's also
like
like facts. And
have
also,
a
but like,
bunch.
it's also just a special thing that people do at events.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're lucky if you get it. Like, I've also been to another one, but like, that had it, and it was just one person, but it was just like, there's multiple things to do. You're just lucky
Yeah.
if you get that. A tattoo artist, like, can't, most of the time, like, you need a break. Like, you can't do it for
Yeah.
long. I think that's why they even stopped at the one we went to together. That's like, you're gonna
Hand
go
cramps,
crazier, and like, if
yeah.
you do it too long, you're gonna mess up. Freaking what is
carpal
it?
tunnel.
Carpal tunnel. I had a friend that got carpal tunnel from painting.
You can get it from literally typing, writing, like literally
Ugh.
any daily thing. And it's,
Yeah.
My mom was watching our videos and she told me to stop curling my toes because it'll get arthritis.
You're literally doing it right
I
now.
know, I do it all the time. I like crack my toes, but like I can't stop. Stop looking at my toes.
The thing is, I don't know why you always curl. Like, you curl your toes, like, when you're, like, standing still, too. Like, you leave them curled. That's the issue.
You wanna
It's
know
not
what's
like you're
sick?
moving it back and forth. Like, you keep it curled.
In the shoes, I'll try to do it
In shoes?
when I'm wearing shoes.
Why?
I don't know. You tell me. Ask
you
your
tell me.
therapist. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know why I do it. I don't know if it's like an anxious tick or like I'm just being anxious and like that's why I'm doing it. Like
It might be that.
it's
It
like
might be,
subconscious. Like
from,
I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I noticed myself doing it a lot more lately because
Maybe you could get
my
one
mom
of those
has
toe
pointed it out.
braces, and it keeps your toes.
Well, I wouldn't be able to put them in the shoes.
Well, whenever you're not wearing shoes, you train your feet. Like, right now, you could be wearing them.
Then I can't wear my socks. And I'm not going to have my toes out in the podcast. It's wild. Oh my God. I didn't even tell you. When I went to the fashion show with our friend Noah the other day, she took me to this fashion show that their school was hosting. And it was really cool. It was my first fashion show. So I really enjoyed it. But we were on the train back. Out of nowhere. We were sitting on like the older carts. So it's like the one that's going like this and this. So like side to side.
Orange?
Yeah. So we're talking, and out of nowhere, I get the strongest whiff of
Caca.
straight up caca, bro. Like, someone took a fresh one right there in that train cart. Like, fresh. And me and Noah are looking at each other, and we're like, do you smell that? And we looked to the sides, because it felt like it was in our, like, corner. We were on the end side of the cart, so it felt like it was in our corner. The cart was moving, like, it came out of nowhere. And the girls had just opened this little plastic bag, and they're talking, and we're like, is it in this plastic bag? And they're like, what does that smell? What is that there? But they're also complaining. So I'm not sure if they're trying to cover it up or if they're genuinely complaining and it's not them. So I don't know. But then I look in front of me and then there's this little boy, this little toddler who's just sitting on a seat and he's just going, he's like looking at his mom. He's like, "Ew, Steve," and I'm just like dying.
No, because the thing is, it's normal for New York to have like these smells. You know, come on, if you know, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's like,
lately,
who's shitting themselves on?
no, f that. Lately, I've been smelling like straight up Caca. Like it's not like
That must have been
like
who
it
got
smells.
on the
No,
train,
I think
bus
people
earlier.
are not wiping their asses. Like it's starting to get warm outside, and people are not washing their asses because it literally like somebody will like if I'm sitting down the bus and somebody walks by, their butt smells like Caca. Like it's literally
because you were sitting down. I was standing up, and
the
people passed by.
I know
they
it was right when
with
people came on. And they just stood there, and I literally wanted to throw up. Speaking of Caca, though, one of our friends, I was hanging out at their house yesterday, and they were just telling. We were talking about Caca. I don't know why.
Because in this friend group, like weird things, bro. It's
Yeah.
It's just
but we're silly, and so
I wasn't there, so this is new to me. I don't know the story.
Adaris. His name is Adaris.
Did you ask if we could put his name in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't care. Anyways, it's pretty nasty. Okay. But I think it's hilarious. Okay. Basically, I don't know. I should have asked what age specifically. But he said that when he was a kid, he was just thought he was like, I don't know if he was like fascinated or just like interested in like, you know, like there's Caca coming out of your butt. Like it's a crazy thing. So he pooped in his hand. He pooped in his hand to see what it was.
No! Adonis, Take that to your grave, bro.
I was like, wait, what? And like, I was like, I should have asked what age specifically, because I
why do I feel like it wasn't that?
Why do I feel like he was like a little bit older?
Why do I feel like he was not that young? I do not think he was that young, bro. What would you do if you walked in on your kid and he was just like
holding? Honestly, yeah, I should ask like, what was the aftermath? Like, did you clean it up yourself? Like, did your parents run in? Like, I don't know.
I think my parents would have whooped me if they was holding. I would lose my mind if I looked at my kid. I think I'd pass out.
I feel like kids like babies, they like play with their shit all the time.
Babies, yeah, like their hand flies and it touches maybe, that's different. But a child, like,
I think he just wanted to see. He was curious.
He wanted to feel the texture.
And when you're a kid, you're really curious. I don't know.
I wasn't that curious.
I didn't ask details.
Boys are weirder though than girls. Girls aren't that weird, I feel.
Yeah, I definitely never had the urge to do that.
I never thought of that. Like, that never crossed my mind, but that's very
He's a really cool person, though.
No, I 100% love him. He's a great guy, but...
No, because I wanted to tell you this, and it was funny because we started talking about cacas. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
I don't know how everyone will look at it. Should I talk about my awful luck getting home yesterday?
Yeah. Like,
okay, first of all, you talk about why you weren't with me yesterday. Talk about why you weren't with me yesterday, because you had to go back. So explain that first.
Last weekend, I went to this show, little dance party thing at a venue. I went with my friend, and what's it called? I always have my little Percy. I don't know what happened. And, like, the thing is, he kept telling me, like, the whole night, because, like, I keep it on my shoulder. But, like, I don't... If I'm dancing, whatever, I'm not going to lose my purse. Yeah. Like, we're used to, like, holding our purses. Like, you know, I've never, like, dropped my purse anywhere.
No, yeah.
And if someone tried grabbing it, like...
You'd feel it. It's, like, the short
it's
ones.
always there, locked in my arm. And also, I always keep the zipper, like, closer to me, like, the front, not in the back.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And so...
Isn't it crazy how...
Girls,
like,
it's a universal thing.
Like,
yeah.
You just know because it's, like... People are slick.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to put their hands
especially
in your purse.
at venues and stuff. Yeah. Like, you know.
Dark rooms. People are definitely going to try to...
I don't know. At one point, I go to the bathroom. I come back, and I don't know why I didn't think. Basically, I realized that my purse was not on me, and then I look at him, and I'm looking all around, and I'm like, and we're looking on the floor, and I start, like, breaking down. I'm, like, freaking out. And then at one point, I just, like, turned around and I'm like, we're on the front row. I turn around and I just start like dancing and singing again, like as if like trying to block it out. But then he grabs me and was like gave me a look like, this is not okay.
Stressful.
A girl's purse, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, I was at a venue, so it wasn't like all my stuff, but like my cards, my ID, my headphones, and my favorite lip stuff. And I had a brand new keychain of Miffy. So it's important to me, okay? So then after that, then like he was like, we were just like, okay, let's just go. And so like I'm walking around, I'm digging through the garbage cans because people, if there's no money, and I don't have anything, so they usually like
dump it,
take it and ditch the bag. Like even if they took my debit card, whatever, like they could have ditched the rest of the bag. I just was digging through garbage cans. People were probably looking at me crazy. And then I just start breaking down. And then like I remember at one point I was like on the staircase sitting on the floor, bawling my eyes out, crying. These guys came up to me and was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like what's happening? Like they thought like something was wrong. And like Kyle walked up and they were like, do you know this man? Like they thought like he did something to me or something. It was so funny. But basically, we dipped, and I don't know why I didn't think to check the bathroom. Or even, like, ask the bartender, ask someone about the lost and found. Like, I don't know why I didn't think that.
You're, like, panicked and
I
flustered.
was I was so, like, upset. Also, like, what really upset me is because I feel like I just, like, wasted the night because even if I should have stayed. Yeah. Like, we shouldn't have left. Like, yeah, my purse is gone, but, like, what can I do about it? Like, I canceled my card, and, like, I have to get a new ID.
Yeah.
So the next day, we went to the park, and Hidaya met us there after, like, the park we planned to go back to the venue. Because they don't have a number. Thankfully, they had it. But so Hidaya went home by herself.
First of all, mind you, we were in Brooklyn.
But we were by the water.
We were by the water in Brooklyn. They had to go into Manhattan and then go back into Brooklyn. I just had to stay in Brooklyn and go home.
And not only that, we went to Manhattan. And
Grabbed
then since
dinner.
we were by the venue, we went and sat down at dinner, then got dessert afterwards, and then went all the way back to Brooklyn.
And we made it home at the same time. I don't know what happened. So first of all, we walked to the train together because they were going to Manhattan. They were on the opposite side of the tracks. But I didn't realize that the train I needed to take wasn't on that track, so I didn't realize that till 2 trains had passed me, and I was like, oh, these aren't my trains, because my train wasn't running on this track. So when I went up, took the stairs, I was like, there was no way to get to those tracks, so I was like, whatever. I rerouted my thing to take the trains that were there. Had to wait 20 minutes for that train. Then I got on the train and realized I was going the wrong way after 4 or 5 stops deep. Ended up somewhere else. Took another train, had to reroute, ended up on 2 more trains, and then had to take a bus.
No, because
it took me so long, and I had to pee the entire ride home.
Well, why did she do this to herself? Like, you could have went to the bathroom anywhere.
Where, bro? Nowhere lets you use the bathroom. Literally nowhere. Toughing ass like go home.
That's how you get UTI.
She does everything and then blames it on me like it's my fault. Like, I'm just saying a story.
I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying you
pee.
should have went pee-pee. I've pissed myself before.
But I'm not going to piss myself on the train. I can hold it. I'm an adult. I'm not going to piss myself.
Not true, though. If you hold it in too much, sometimes you're not able to hold it anymore. We know people that happens.
Also, on the bus, she kicked me off 2 stops away. I was only 2 stops away.
Yeah.
She kicked me off because she was like, there's an accident. I'm not going down that road. So everyone got off the bus, and I had to take the train again and then walk. And I was like, why is, I rarely go the wrong way. So I think yesterday just threw me off because it's like, I never really go the wrong way that much where I'm sitting on the train.
I was like, geesh. When you were texting me that you were just going, I was like, girl, what? Like, it was nighttime.
Oh my God. Someone was asking about, on my Instagram when I did that poll, someone had asked about, stories from me and Zane when we were younger. And it thought about my favorite one because it's just so funny to me. Because you've seen my garage in my parents' old house. It was very, cluttered. We had a lot of stuff. Yeah. My dad had his Bowflex. You remember seeing that?
What's a Bowflex?
It's that big,
workout thing?
The workout thing, that stand that has, the prongs and it, you pull.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, you've heard this story. You've heard the story. But, I think me and Zane were the only ones who were home. And we were in the garage. I think I was playing in the garage low-key. I would have a lot of my dolls. Or, we had a, Hot Wheels track thing. the driving track,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that you build. I don't know if you remember those, but we had the whole track, so like we would do it in the garage. So we would play in there sometimes, and Zane was recording on this little thing I had. This little diary entry thing that you could record voice notes. Yeah, he was recording on my thing. He was leaving me. He was like, Hidaya, when you come home from school, like giving me chores, basically. And doing his little, no, literally, but he was like being funny with it. He was doing, like, yeah. And I'm in the back of this recording, playing. You can hear me playing. And all of a sudden, I'm bouncing on the Bowflex. There's nothing you bounce on, honestly. I'm jumping on it.
It's not a toy.
It's not a toy. I'm jumping on it. On the bench of it for some reason. Just like jumping up and down. I'm short. I'm a kid. There was a hammer on the top of the prongs of the Bowflex. Don't know why. Doesn't make sense.
No, because why was there a hammer there?
But it was there because someone thought that was where you put it. So it ends up falling on my head. But not the hammer part, the nail part that you take out, the sharp part, into my scalp. Right there. And I fall. And all you hear in the background of the recording is the hit of it and me scream crying. And Zane busting out laughing. And it was honestly the funniest thing hearing back when you listen to the recording, and I wish I could find it. I would pay money to find it.
No, because that
I'd
recording is
money.
Probably the funniest thing.
Oh, I would pay to have that in my possession.
Because it's like, what is going on? That sounds like the hammer at the top thing and then falling. It sounds like some Final Destination thing. Like why was it like that?
Oh, who knows? Who knows?
Oh, gosh.
I have such awful luck. Things are always hitting my face.
I remember one time we went out to eat, me, you, and your brother at Chili's, and you guys were talking about childhood. It was all just such traumatizing. No, literally, I was just trying to eat my Chili's, bro, and it was at all alongs of like getting her and just
me and Zane love to trauma dump with each other. It's so fun because like we'll be like, do you remember this? Do you remember this? And he'll like tell me things that I might not remember.
I mean, yeah,
it's funny. And then like having breathe hair was so funny because I would just look over you every once in a while and you would just be like,
no, because what the hell? Do you like Nara Smith?
So I have such weird feelings about Nara Smith because it's like, first of all, you're my age. Like, you're our age. She's our age. Like, that's weird. That's weird.
Why is that weird?
She has, like, what, 3 children? And she makes
she
everything
has a happy
from
life.
From the house. Like, she makes everything from scratch. And I get it. It's because, like, she has, like, eating restrictions. So it's, like, she's had to learn to make stuff. And I get that. But it's, like, I don't know.
I want to be her. I wish I was her. I wish I had her life. Just everything taken care of, and then like all the food looks so yummy, and yeah, I wish I don't
know, like there's like something about her that like
I heard, because I remember we were like, oh, like it's weird, like I remember when she first started like trending like recently, everyone I got into like deep hole, and someone was like, y'all do know that she's like trolling you guys, right? Like it's not like legit that like insane and like making things to like she's 100%. Trolling.
She definitely is. She 100% is. But it's just there's something in her voice that like I hear it.
That's
like,
that's not her actual voice. That's what that's what they were talking
irritating.
About. That's what I'm saying. It sounded robotic to me, but first it sounded like it was
that's
fake.
That's not her voice.
No,
I've
she
never
like
heard
heightens. I think because she made one video once a while ago, like a long time ago, and people were like, what the hell? Like it seems like just not like her. Human, and like she just like ripped off of that, and that's why like all her content is like pretty much the same now. But
yeah, because that voice that I was about to say, because I was like, that voice, it like irks my ears. Like I don't know.
But you see, now I find it soothing. Like I like will sit and watch her videos and watch her cook, and it's
I watch
she's
the video
very like calm.
It's
and,
like satisfying to watch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it, but
and
like
also her,
I put the volume down.
Her and Lucky are like so cute, so good. Like they love each other so much. I'm like, man, y'all got a perfect life, like, you know. And she's really pretty.
He looks very like. It's funny. He's older than her, right? Or is he not older than her?
He's still in his 20s, I believe.
Yeah, but like a little bit older than her.
Yeah, probably a couple. Like
25, 26,
yeah, probably. I have no idea. But when he was
a teen, he has a baby face. Like he looks really young.
Yeah. Well,
like really young. I've seen him younger.
It's funny because I didn't know when you were talking when you first brought up Nara Smith when she first started coming on like TikTok a lot. and you were like, oh, like her husband Lucky Blue Smith, and I was like, what? No, like I haven't heard that name since like I was like 14, 15,
Yeah.
like Tumblr days, like
Him and his Kylie video.
that was like I think he like 2016, I think I don't know.
Yeah, it was,
but like
yeah.
before that, like I was still in middle school, like, and I just like everyone was obsessed with him. He was like the Tumblr like icon. But like if you look at him then and then now, like he definitely had a baby face before. Like he does look like a man now. Compared if you like knew what he looked like before.
No, I've even seen like stuff, and he does look older, but like he still has like a young face.
Yeah, he's
a young face.
I mean, they're models. Of course, they're gonna look good. They're models with lots of money, and yeah. But I remember him and his sister in Tumblr days. They were popping. Her name was Poppy.
Yeah, I was never a Tumblr girly. I never had it.
I loved Tumblr. I
I've
should
never
get back on it.
Is it still a thing?
Yeah.
Are you where you thought you would be in 5 years?
What? My next question was, what's your ideal future?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, 5 years ago. So let me think of my age. 23 now. 22. 20, I still use my fingers to count, okay?
I suck at math. I don't know why you better at math than me.
So I was 18. Well, if I'm being quite honest.
Be honest.
When I was 18, not a fun year for me, so I probably didn't even want to be anywhere existing. But besides that, I honestly, the only thing I wanted was to be in New York and have my own place. So I honestly think it is ideal. I didn't have any like higher expectations because like I feel like that kind of question, like we're still young, so it's like
I get what you mean.
asking that question like where I want to be 5 years from now is a completely different story.
That's facts.
Than like, but yeah, like for me, I think my main thing was just like I wanted to be in New York.
Yeah, that was always your goal in high school.
It was like I just wanted not even if it was New York, I wanted to get out of Florida. No, if it was 17, if I was 17 though, I think I more so would have my ideal like 5 years from there, I think would be like something in the makeup. So but I kind of like drifted away from that when I was 18. I mean, I still love doing makeup, but like I didn't like pursue anything with it. Still could, definitely. What about you?
Honestly, I probably thought I would have been married.
Really?
Well, that's
when
just
you're 18?
because but that's just because culturally you get married.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, my mom was married young. My sister got married young. Everyone in my family was married young. So it's like, yeah, at 18, I probably thought like I'm probably gonna be married in a few years or something. I honestly didn't have.
Did you want to when you were 18, or
no.
did you just feel like you had to? Like at that time?
No, I didn't want to when I was 18.
You didn't want,
no.
Yeah.
No, because I was like, bro, I feel so young right now. Me at 18, I was a child.
Yeah.
Like I still.
It would have
think
been
I'm
a little
so young
bit
right
creepy
now,
at
so
that
it's
point.
Yeah. Oh my god, me graduation. Think about me graduation.
Yeah, baby.
They would have had a major glow up on their hands though. Whoever that guy was, he would have been shocked.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that would have been crazy.
Or unfortunately, some men these days like them to look like a child because there's sick people out there. So they probably would have gotten pissed that you
that's
grew
why
up.
I'm worried that I feel like a guy would like that I look like a child, and I hate that. Like I feel like
No, yeah, it's creepy. It's creepy. And like I don't know like if you've ever like seen like a lot of like marriages and like people that get older and like when they cheat they always go for like a younger woman.
Oh,
and it's like
no one ever cheats and goes for an older
or the same age maybe, like come on. Jeez.
No, you cheat because you're like I feel like that's why they think they can get something better. And like for like a minute, but that person doesn't want you. That younger girl does not want you.
No. I mean, sometimes, I don't know, there'd be
wild
a lot of
money. She doesn't want you. She wants her money. Realistically, let's be honest. But, like, speaking of, like, cultural, like, if you guys know, I'm half Pakistani, half Lebanese. So it's, like, two very different cultures, but, like, similar, but sort of different. Like, they do have their differences. I feel like I was brought up more, like, I don't know which one I'd say I am more. I don't know.
Like you're like a pretty split.
I'm pretty split because I feel like I'd say I grew up more Pakistani because my dad traveled more. So like my mom was at home more, but like I also feel like I traveled more to Lebanon, so that balanced it out.
And then, your dad's still heavy, Lebanese. Yeah. So it's like, and they were both like
they both cook their different dinners.
Exactly.
So it's like I eat both of their food like constantly. So
it's definitely,
I'm definitely very split.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's honestly, oh my God. Because I'm like so in the middle, like, and I feel like everyone who's like two cultures or like has like mixed race or like whatever, they never feel like at
Either
play.
or.
Either or.
Yeah.
And that's like goes for anyone. So it's like, I remember when I went to Lebanon this last time I broke down crying at one point, like towards like the end of the trip, because I got
like people
so
were looking at you?
No. I just got so frustrated because like I didn't understand what people were saying because I don't fully speak Arabic.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand it. I can write and read.
Oh, you told me that.
I can write and read in Arabic. That's about it. Like, I understand things a little. Very conversational, very, very, very basic words. But
still, even like, in your household, like, growing up, like...
My dad didn't speak Arabic. Yeah. So, like, because both of them spoke a different, like, their mother tongue was, like, different. Like, they can't speak their native language. So, like, they both spoke English.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's what I'm saying.
English was the language in the house. So, like, going to Lebanon and all my cousins, like... all my cousins know English in Lebanon, but like it's not their first language. So eventually they're gonna switch back to Arabic because it's easier. The minute they don't know a word in English, it's gonna come out in Arabic, and the rest of the sentence is gonna flow in Arabic. And it's not their fault. It's just easier.
Yeah, I would walk away from the day.
But the thing is, it'd be conversations that like I either started or like I was a part of. So it's like then like it was so frustrating, and I remember I would just get like, I hate that. Like
that is frustrating.
I also hate that like religion and culture is so confused. Yeah, like people confuse religion for, like, so many things are like, it's when my mom was talking about arranged marriages and stuff like that, I was always like, that is not a religious thing. People talk about it like it's a religious thing. Mm-hmm. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural concept to be having arranged marriages. There's nowhere like written in like the Quran that says like arranged marriages or like certain things that I feel like, or getting married so young, or like all these things. Like these are all cultural things that have just happened over time.
But do you think people assume like marriage like is maybe a religion thing because
it only happens?
It all happens like for example, and like
it doesn't.
It's not just that.
Countries. It's not.
But like
it's all other countries, most third world countries. That's outside of the U.S. and Canada.
Well, I just think that's why people probably assume. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of like educating themselves, like they just like assume.
They group arranged marriages with the Muslim community.
Yeah.
Because we're famous for it. Yeah. But it happens in every third world country.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Because it's easier, and people would rather marry their daughter off to someone they know, friend of a family. Mm-hmm. And bro, I just hear the horror stories. And a lot of them are not in America. They're not. A lot of them are in other countries where I'm like hearing stories, but it's like, it's so scary.
Wait, what stories?
Like horror stories of like
arranged
marriages. Yeah, like it's just like the most traumatizing things. Like the girls are so young, and then like
I've heard some crazy stories like involving like murder. Like I can't remember it correctly. I can't remember
the stories correctly to say anything.
But I know along the lines, and I don't remember the names. It was something I seen like a while ago. It was just a TikTok video, and like it was this woman, and I think her family was trying to get her arranged marriages. I don't know where she was from, nothing at all, but like I know she didn't want to, and eventually because she didn't want to, her father like had like it was some crazy thing. Like it was really sad though. But I feel like that one story I saw is like not even the first. Like,
oh yeah, like that. It's so sad that they're like,
yeah, no, yeah, it's insane.
No, because since I've been growing up, I'll like remember hearing stories, and I don't even realize that like they were actually going like it was pretty bad. Like, oh, I remember it was when I was in Florida. I went to the mosque, and like I was sitting with like a bunch of married women, and like they were all talking, and like they were making jokes, and one of the women was like, oh, like, stop, you're making it all seem so bad for her, like, she's not married yet, like, referring to me. And I was like, don't worry, I know. Like, I know it's not all, like, roses and sunshine, like.
Yeah.
And one of the women was like, no, don't you lie to her. Like, don't lie to her. It's not all great. Like, she was getting, like, worked up, and I was like, oh, someone lied to her.
Oh, shoot.
Like, I feel like you were lied to.
Yeah, she got
like
triggered.
she got a little triggered. Like she got a little too upset for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like she was like, "Don't you dare lie." To this girl.
But that's the thing. It's like a tricky situation because it's not it doesn't always have to be
it
bad.
doesn't always
It's
go
like
bad.
it's
There's
just
a lot of arranged marriages that I
feel like if it
have worked.
yeah,
I just
exactly.
haven't seen them myself.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
guess so. Yeah,
Like,
it's harder. Like
it's hard
to like
for me to see it because
yeah.
it's like I haven't seen many that have like arranged marriages that are like perfect and like that are great.
And it
like,
also at the end of the day doesn't matter if you don't want to anyways. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it yeah. But it's like even like marriages that are not arranged, like they could be horror stories. Like we've watched a lot of documentaries, and it could also be really good. Like
people are good at hiding themselves. Like they're just really good at just like lying to you nowadays.
Yeah,
like
that's the thing. I feel like back then maybe it was a little bit different.
It was,
but like now, it's even marrying someone that you know and like have known for a while is scary because you really don't know anyone.
The woman on TikTok where she was like, her husband had a whole other family. Like, people have families in other states. Like, that is not like, it's not just a joke that used to be on TV. Like, that's an actual thing that men have done.
Yeah.
And that continues to happen. Yeah. Like, that's so sick.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Oh my God, I saw this thing, and I don't know how accurate it is or how like true it is, but so in like Muslim culture, there's like.
Why are you getting close to me? Oh no, I thought you were gonna do something.
No, I was just.
I thought you were gonna read my hand or something about like marriage. Like honestly, I was like, I
don't know how to do
palm reading.
I don't know how to do any of that. I was going like I'm just like I'm engaging in a conversation with you.
I got excited.
No, because so like when you're getting married, in not so much of a prenup sense, but like you can write it into the like marriage. So if your husband, I saw a girl, she just posted this on TikTok, like letting like Muslim girls know, like if you wanted to do this, if your husband was to ever, because it's okay technically in the religion for your husband to have another wife. It is a thing. That is not like over exaggerated. That is a thing. It is allowed technically. Nowadays, it's very much like,
why would you do that?
No woman would like really let her guy, like she's gonna say something and be like, come on, like for real. But technically, he is allowed to have up to 3 wives. Eek. So the girl is saying, because obviously women nowadays are not gonna be like that comfortable. Most women are not gonna want to share their husband or have like they're not gonna want to.
Different times.
Yeah, different times. So she was saying that you can basically put in that if he was to ask for another wife or take another wife during the marriage,
you get money.
The whole marriage would be basically null and void, like annulled, and his whole entire statement would go to you.
Ooh.
Put a little void, like
wait, and say
all his money goes to you. So you just put it in there.
So you know what? That's clutch.
You don't have to do it.
In case.
Don't
just
pick another wife then.
Just in case.
And you can keep your money.
Yeah.
Or divorce her. Like, I don't get why people would like.
No, I never understand like cheating or just like wanting like another.
Why can't you just leave that person you're with?
Even for women with men, like why? Yeah, why don't you just, if you don't want
break
them,
up
just
with
leave
them?
I think some people like get off on the idea of like the action of it,
like,
honestly,
like being sneaky
and like behind their back, and like some people get off hurting other people, and it just sucks. But I just can never understood.
No, because I'm just like, just leave that person. Like, why can't you not just tell that person and just like?
And I mean, like as a grown adult, and
that's what I'm saying.
Teenage years and like when you're younger, kids are stupid. Kids are stupid.
Yeah,
no one's developed. But like,
that's valid.
As like a grown man or a grown woman, you're
once
married.
Once you reach your 20s and 18-year-old adult, like you should not be cheating. Like, what are you doing cheating?
It's just like, I don't know.
Like, that's so silly.
Go to therapy.
Get some help
for your silly disease. I don't know. Your silliness syndrome.
Okay, so I think that's all we're gonna do for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Hope you enjoyed, and sorry, but we're leaving to get Nahadi because we are craving it.
We've been craving it for days, and I told Brie we'd get it before she leaves me.
Going back to Florida. Rude.
Anyways.
Stop curling your toes!
Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Follow our social medias. We love you guys. See you next Wednesday.
Bye.
No, it's the way that you weren't even like hanging out with me before you're leaving too. Like We
live
gone.
together.
You've been gone the last 2 days.
2 days.
And you leave in a few days. And what's funny is it's like,
Guess what?
no,